you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay.
Chris, you are a stock car racer. What kind of racing is that exactly?
Well, I race dirt cars. It's not what you typically see on television, and pretty soon you might be seeing them. They're becoming pretty popular, especially in the southern states. These cars that I race
are they actually coming on channels in the area, or
down in the southern states they are, and they're not around here too much right now.
Hopefully they'll get picked up.
We're hoping we will.
So how long have you been at this?
This will be my 4th year racing the cars that I race right now, but I've been involved in racing for a long time. I raced a division of modifieds, which is a step down from what I race right now, and that was a good learning opportunity for me. And then we jumped into these cars, and with these experiences that we've had previous to these cars, it was an easy transition.
How did you get involved with racing? Did you always like driving fast, or is that something, you know?
I don't know so much driving fast, but my father had raced years ago, back in the 70s and in the late 80s, and I've always been involved in racing. It's a lot of fun. I can't even explain how much fun it is to sit in a car that has so much horsepower, and when you jump on the gas, it lays you back in the seat, and you got to hang on. It's pretty exciting.
Sounds exciting. How are you funded? Can you tell us about some of your sponsors?
Well, I'm sponsored by All Glass Aquarium. It's a aquarium company that's located in the Milwaukee area, and Performance Roofing. They're in Richfield, Wisconsin.
I'm from Richfield, Wisconsin.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Small world.
Very small world.
And without these guys helping us out, we wouldn't even be racing it. Racing is an expensive sport.
How much typically? I mean, I know you can't really give a dollar figure, but I mean, is it something that the average person can go into, or is it pretty expensive?
You can start off in some divisions that are affordable and have fun doing it. When you get into the larger divisions, in the faster divisions, you start to spend some money, anywhere from $20,000 up, and it's not so much the initial payment that you pay on a car. It's the upkeep on them. You're constantly working on them, always replacing tires, and that's the part that's expensive. And if you wreck something, then it hits the pocketbook.
How often do you
hard.
wreck stuff?
Well, we try not to wreck them too much. Every couple weeks, you'll end up banging a door in or something like that. It's not bad until you wreck, let's say, an engine, which we hope doesn't happen at all.
Have you ever been involved in a serious accident where you've actually had to be taken to the hospital or anything?
Actually, we were racing in Kankakee, Illinois, and I had a little problem and drove it into the fence, and that one hurt. But I'll tell you what, I became a better race car driver after that happened. I had a little more respect for how fast we're going and how hard the wall was, and I learned a lesson, and actually I became better after that.
So when does your season start? When is that going to be?
We're going to be starting this Saturday down at Hales Corner Speedway. That's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then we start up here in Oshkosh on Tuesday night, and then we're going to be racing every other night.
How successful have you been at this? Has it been something you had a lot of awards for?
My first year, we had one Rookie of the Year. There was 3 or 4 other rookie contenders, and actually my first year racing, we finished 6th in points, and this is racing against guys who've been racing for 20 years. So that was quite an accomplishment, and then the following year we won the Driver of the Year award, and that was given to the driver who's done the most for the sport in that season, and I was proud of that. That we worked really hard to get there, and it was a lot of fun getting that.
Now, it sounds like there's a lot of time involved. Is this your full-time job?
No, it's not, actually.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a designer at Vilter Manufacturing in Cudahy, Wisconsin. I design refrigeration systems. But the race car becomes a second job.
A lot of time involved.
A lot of time involved. But you have to put the time in if you want to be successful at it. If you don't, parts fall off the car, and then it isn't much fun. When things are going well, that's when the sport is great. There's no better feeling than winning.
Do you get any chance to practice in the off season for this kind of stuff, or is it pretty much a season sport?
No, we really don't get to practice other than at the beginning of the season. We get to practice for a week. Just the week prior to racing, we get to drive around the track, make sure our brakes work, make sure the engine works, seat in, brake pads and things like that.
What else do you do in your free time? I mean, you're pretty limited in what you're doing, so long walks on the beach.
The race car is my free time. I'm doing that all the time. It's like a full-time job.
Well, I appreciate it. Good luck to you this year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for stopping by this week.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank
Chris
you.
Carlson, ladies and gentlemen.